Hello, this is MTE Network speaking. The first episode of Console Startup Reviews has done so well, so why not do a part 2? For this episode, we are doing something similar to the first one. We are doing Nintendo vs. Sega, an all-out war on which company has the best startups. We will be starting with Sega, Nintendo's competitor. Without further ado, let's begin. Now keep in mind this is one of Sega's very first consoles, and this was the birth of their iconic chime. In my honest opinion, there's a certain charm about it, and I like it. This console startup is pretty nice. Now wait up a sec, because there's a variation of this one. Don't get me wrong, I like this startup. However, it's never ending. Because it's never ending, listening to this can sometimes be very annoying. Now it's time for the next console, the Sega Mega CD from 1991. Again, why must the console startup be so long? It's never ending. Of course there's another variant. Why do you ask? My god! Again with the long duration of the startups! Yes, as you can tell, Sega's consoles are very notorious for having such long and unnecessary startups with obnoxious music. Unless you put a cartridge in the console, the startup is endless. Just imagine trying to find that one game while this thing keeps playing on and on and on. Yeah, that's a good way to torture someone. Ugh, we have much more Sega consoles to go through. Let's just get this over with. I'm not gonna play the entire thing just so that you guys won't get bored. If you want to find the whole console startup, just search it up. I must say that these startups are not my favorites. Besides the long duration, they're much the same thing, just with a different background or different style logo. You even got the copyright version and all that crap on the top and bottom as well, like the previous consoles that you've seen. However, the next one is one of my favorites. Despite the intro being, well, long again, the music is actually comforting, and it's something that I actually not mind listening to for so long. I'm glad Sega finally learned their lesson. Again with the music? My god! Oh god, no! Make it stop! Not again with the music! No! Stop! Wow, they actually changed it. Okay, in all seriousness, after so long, they finally changed the freaking overused theme and went for something majestic and something that's one of my personal favorite console startups ever. Now, of course, there are variants. However, these variants are not like the previous ones. These are amazing and maybe kinda better. High Saturn Startup is absolutely amazing. I like the animation and the music. It fits really well. Okay, that's the same thing. Now, it may be the same thing, but don't get fooled. The music makes the startup very good. Like, I don't know whether I choose this one or the Japanese one. They're both amazing. I like the majesticness of the Japanese one. However, it's too loud, so it may hurt my ears a bit. The English one, I like how calm and relaxing and somewhat powerful startup music. However, it doesn't have that majesticness like this Japanese one does. So, I don't know. Now we have finally reached our final console, the Sega Dreamcast. Honestly, I like the startup. It's very ghastly, and I like that. I also like the sounds of the ghastly sounds when every letter pops up. It's very ghastly. That's all I can say. I really love the ghastly nature of it. Okay, it's the exact same thing, except the color is blue, which makes the logo less appealing. But wait, you think we're done here? Oh no, we're not. There's two more we have to go to. Is Dreamcast dev kits. Now, I must say that despite the music being slightly more obnoxious, it's still a very charming logo to see. I really like the animation and the 3D effect too. Same reason as before, the color is not appealing, making it more attractive. But that's all the Sega consoles. Honestly, Sega's consoles are known to have very long and weird music. However, these console startups were very creative at times, that they were pleasant to watch.
Now wait right there. Sega may have some interesting startups, but Nintendo also has its fair share of amazing startups. Allow me to demonstrate. The first one is from the Famicom Disk System. Yes, contrary to popular belief, the NES didn't have a startup. This one is from the Famicom Disk System, only released in Japan. I like it. Watching Mario and Luigi bounce around is pretty fun. The next one is for the Nintendo 64 DD. There was no startup for the SNES. That weird, not pixely one everyone says is a startup from the console is fake. This one has a similar case to the Famicom Disk System. It was only released in Japan, and has Mario walking around the logo and such. This one's also pretty fun, especially with Charles Martinet giving Mario the personality he is known for. However, these are nothing compared to the sheer greatness of the GameCube intro. It's classic and imprinted into meme culture. The same can be said for the Wii. The Wii U, despite being a flop, had a simple but charming startup. The Nintendo Switch is simple, but in reality it works in its favor as it is easily recognized. So there you have it, that's all Nintendo startups. Creative, and they don't have to drag down music like Sega's. Now back to you, MT.
Thank you, Alden. Both Sega and Nintendo have really interesting startups. Now, who do I think has the best startups? Honestly, it's a tie. No. I'm not saying that just to be like one of those YouTubers who's like, the decision's up to you. I'm actually being honest. It's a tie. Both Sega and Nintendo had really good startups. Some were good, some were bad. When I say bad, I mean they were really bad. But at the end of the day, they both had equally good startups. When it comes to my number one favorite startup ever, it has to be the GameCube. But I'm doing this overall, guys. Now it's time to the final moment, the ratings. For the Sega Master System, I give that a 5 out of 10. For the Sega Variation, I give that a 4 out of 10. For the entirety of the Mega Drives, I give those an overall 3 out of 10. For the Saturn Japanese version, I give that a 7 out of 10. For the English one, I give that also a 7 out of 10. For Hitachi Saturn, I give that a 7 out of 10. All the Sega Saturns, I give those a 7 out of 10. For the Dreamcast, the America version, I give that an 8 out of 10. For the Europe version, I give that a 7 out of 10. For the Katana versions, of course for the Mega version, I give that a 8 out of 10. And for the Europe version, I give that a 7 out of 10. Now for Nintendo. For the Famicom, I give that a 6 out of 10. For the N64, I give that a 5 out of 10. For the GameCube, I give that a 10 out of 10. For the Wii, I give that a 10 out of 10. For the Wii U, I give that a 2 out of 10. And for the Switch, I give it a 4 out of 10. And with that out of the way, we're done. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! Before we end the video, I just want to say this was meant to be the second episode of Console Startup Reviews. But due to some difficulties, I decided to not do that and just push it back for like a couple weeks. Sorry for that. But at least it's here. This could have been a lost episode, but nope. The show must go on. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!